The views expressed on this podcast are based on a satirical view of the subject matter. Please extract the posterior probing device before listening. Now, pick yourself up by your ridiculously enlarged prostate and let's get the episode started.
Big O! It's showtime!
This is the Tempest universe, man. Hold on to your ass. You're in for a hell of a ride.
We had a bit of a weather situation here in San Antonio yesterday, so the podcast was not alive. It was dead in the hail that came from the clouds down on San Antonio yesterday. And not all of San Antonio. Apparently it was just the west side. West side was the one that got the shit from Mother Nature yesterday. So with loss of power, loss of internet, it was a good thing actually that I didn't try to do the podcast yesterday, because once the internet came back, it was so spotty, it was disgusting. It would have been another failed episode with technical issues, which we haven't had in a long time, so knock on wood. Bugs, where are you? That I didn't do it, because it really would have been terrible. But it can still happen today, right? No fucks are given. This is Tuesday, Terrible Tuesday. For those of you who had a bad Monday, welcome to Terrible Tuesday. I am your host, Manny, and this is the Tempest Universe. Today we got some news to talk about, because tomorrow, and I just want to get this off my chest up front. Might as well just get this done for those of you who only listen to half the podcast. Ronnie Dawson will be here tomorrow, Cinco de Mayo. I'm hoping he's going to be a little drunk from all the margaritas, but he might not be. And we're gonna talk about his UFO conference dealio that he has going on out in Nevada. I think it's going to be a pretty exciting podcast to find out what he's going to talk about. Well, we know 17 is going to be in there, but there's got to be more. He's got an interesting story to tell. And then I want to get his take on everything that's going on with the government and this alleged, supposed, apparently there will be a report, maybe not. Outside of that, I mean, come on, what else can you ask for? Also going to have a bit of a dinner with the one and only Dre as guardian from down south Texas, and the missus, Davina. So that should be exciting, especially on what better day than Cinco de Mayo to meet up with someone for the first time in person and just get crazy drunk. So, Ronnie, if you're listening, your time on the podcast tomorrow is going to be interesting, because I know for sure I'm going to have some chasers during the interview just to keep the mood going. So be ready. Be prepared for that. Now, I'm not sure we're going to open a line so that we can get calls for Ronnie's. We're going to leave it up to Ronnie, see what he's up to. If he wants to take phone calls live, fantastic. If not, we'll just talk about what he's up to, what he's been up to, especially during the coronavirus. Now, a lot of you probably don't follow Ronnie on social media, but I do. So I have a kind of an idea of what Ronnie's been up to. But let's say Ronnie is not shy to social media. He enjoys it, and so should everyone else. Who cares if the Chinese got your information? Who cares? Nobody cares. Or the government. So what? So what? Do you really think that you held enough information for them to give 2 or 3 fucks about what you have? No. I'm just saying. You know, I'm tired of people saying they're afraid of social media. Nobody cares. Billions of people on this planet, and if you're the one they're looking after to get info from, then shit, you probably need to find out what the hell you've been doing, because the government is after you. I want to say what's up to the guys who are in the live chat right now on Spreaker.com. David came in first, Green Man. Then we have Drake. There he is. There he is right there. And let's see who else is on. That's it. These are the guys. The Asgardians. You've heard it before. I've talked about these guys. And you can get them on Discord. If you join on Discord, you'll be able to chat with them and share your insight on the topic or whatever else you want to talk about. Because they're open to a lot of different conversations. I guarantee you that. So we got 4 articles to talk about today. SpaceX, of course, because why not? Harry Reid, the Pentagon, and 60 million stars and counting. And we haven't heard from ET yet. What the hell's going on? I'm just saying, this is crazy. Completely crazy. As always, I like to play a little track before we get started, and one after every segment where we play an article. So here's the first one. For those of you who are in the, what do you call that? The downy dumps after Monday and need something sad, kind of. Why not? Fuck it.
Firefly, how short is life? I dreamt we had more than 20. I have seen this before, and I have lived more than plenty. Now lay me in the ocean. Why lullabies? I've used my time. Now lend me to the ocean. Sing my songs when I'm gone. I know sorrow, I know pain. Let them have me if I'm ready. All them skies know our names. When it's time, burn me steady. Then lay me in the ocean. Why lullabies? I've used my time. Now lend me to the ocean. Sing my songs when I'm gone. Ashes rise, ashes rise. White noise in the night. Ashes rise, close your eyes. Lay me in the ocean. Lullabies, I've used my time. Lend me to the ocean. Sing my songs when I'm gone. Ashes rise, ashes rise. White noise in the night. Ashes rise, ashes rise. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Taste the noise in the night. Ashes rise, ashes rise.
By the way, something happened over the weekend, which was pretty funny, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to take part of this, but I actually got an offer to be like a, I don't know, like a brand ambassador to this this device. Yeah, a device. Now, you guys know how I feel about probing, right? But it's not a probing device. And if I tell you the name of the company, you'll know what it is. It's called Shave Your Balls. Yeah. It's one of those deals where, you get this contraption to give you a close shave on your nuggets. They actually sent me a thing. I don't know if they listen to the podcast. Maybe they have. Maybe they know I'm not going to be afraid to tell you guys to go shave your balls. But we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll be recording my own little commercial here for you guys who have hairy nuts. The kind that have like, dreads that you can tie your shoelaces with. I'm just saying, sometimes you guys shave your nuts. So Shave Your Balls might be coming your way at a discount, I guess. Who knows? I'm not really sure. But I haven't contacted them, but I did see the device. Not in action, but I did. I don't know. You can't write this stuff. This is the shit that happens on the podcast. So from balls to Musk, let's go that way. So we've been hearing for over a month that SN15 is going to take off. We're all excited about it, and it always fails to launch. I don't know if you could throw a few blue pills into the silver phallus and see what happens. Somebody's got to do something. What the hell is going on? We've been hearing so much of all these great upgrades. Even Elon's been out there tweeting about them. Hundreds, not like 5. He literally is saying there's hundreds of upgrades. But the fucking thing never takes off. That's a problem. I would think. I don't own the company. What do I know? This morning, it was supposed to launch. This severely upgraded SN 15 was on the pad, ready to go. They actually closed down the road to Boca Chica or Starbase City, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Depends how much money you got. If you have a shitload of money, you just call it Starbase City. But nothing happened. Actually, I think around 10-ish, maybe later, the launch was scrubbed. So, of course, Elon took to Twitter saying, yeah, this is it. It's going to happen Wednesday. Hump Day is the day that the phallus takes off. Why not, right? All the launches for the silver phallus should be on Hump Day. Forget about any other day of the week. That's the day you do it. So, I have an article here that kind of talks about all that kind of stuff. It really doesn't dive into what's going on as far as the upgrades. But like I said, 1 week is like a handful, then the next week is like 30, and now it's hundreds. So, who knows? Maybe that's why the damn thing hasn't taken off, because they keep putting fucking upgrades on it. Some of the upgrades you can see on the outer skin of the rocket. They have all these new heat shields that they're kind of testing, getting readings on to see how that works. But my thing is, the fucking thing really doesn't go anywhere. It does a hop and it comes back down. What heat are you getting? I don't understand. So, all these delays for nothing, just to get your phallus upgraded. But, hey, whatever it takes, let's do it. Now, the only thing that really stood out in this article, which is linked in the description for you, I'm losing my voice for some reason, and not even this Crown Apple is helping me. Hold on a second. That's not even helping, for fuck's sake. I feel like my throat is dry. This is crazy. Anyway, so everything from avionics to software, the engine, everything's like being beefed up for SN15. And the story here is that the FAA, who's been, this relationship between Musk, Boca Chica, and the FAA has been kind of sketchy. Because there's been problems between them. But the FAA said that it finally approved a license to cover SN15, SN16, and SN17. So Elon is, tickled pink about it. I don't know. He's probably happy about it, but still, why isn't the damn thing taking off anyway? Come on, Elon. Let's get this shit going. So now, according to the man himself, SN15 should be taking off sometime tomorrow. Now, usually what I do is I go over to the Boca Chica website, and they actually will document the closures for Boca Chica to let people know, right? Because those people who stay behind, because they don't give any fucks about no billionaire, they put out these closure notices because they got to close down the road, and then you need to get the hell out, because serious problems could happen to you if this thing does not land where it's supposed to, and it lands on top of your bungalow. You've got problems. You definitely will have to move. I'll be honest. You know, and I wonder, just on a side note, I wonder if these guys have to pay extra home insurance, because they are not in a good zone. And I can imagine once he builds a fully functional silver phallus that will go into low orbit and eventually the moon, when these things are out in the Gulf of Mexico, where they're allegedly going to be taken off from once all is said and done, I wonder, how would that affect the folks in Boca Chica? Would it really affect their insurance, their coverage? Would they even want to stay there? Because, you know, they're going to change the name of that place, I guarantee you, to Starbase City. And he's got a lot of plans for that place, from a resort, hotels, and who knows, it might be a damn museum down there as well. Maybe a Tesla truck dealership. That'd be cool. But that's where they're at right now. Hopefully tomorrow we can see an actual SN15 takeoff, and hopefully a landing, not a little hop and blow up or a straight up explosion. We got to see one of these fuckers make a good landing. Stick it like you're in the damn Olympics. So no more rapid, unscheduled disassembly, Elon. We need to make this happen, Captain. And hopefully by early spring or late this year, we can hit low orbit and finally have the final win over all the other crafts that are out there. People complaining that SpaceX should not have gotten the contract to go to the moon. Because I'm just saying, they can bite Elon, I'm sure. about you guys, but I had no idea that Harry Reid was 81 years old. This is what bugs me, right? So you wait to the very end to start some shit about UFOs. And really, he didn't, right? He was part of the whole ATIP thing. You know, he was in on that as well with Deuce Bigelow, the space gigolo. So, but it's now that he comes public. You know, on his way out from government, he decided to, you know, throw the sack on the ground and just roll with it. Just roll with it. It's an interest he has that he wants to know. This article that talks about Harry Reid calling out the government and basically calling out private enterprise, aerospace companies that are contracted by the government as having the inside track, the inside scoop on recovered materials. This actually happened back in 2017 when the New York Times, you know, started coming out about ATIP, talking about what was going on, you know, and then we found out who the real players were in the whole ATIP situation during that time. There was a statement that was actually retracted by the New York Times at the time, where they claimed that Senator Reid said that he believed that the crashes of vehicles were from other worlds and occurred, and that the retrieved materials have been studied secretly for decades, and a lot of times by aerospace companies under government contracts. And then, like the day after, you know, I guess Harry Reid's like, hey, don't say that. You know, I know some of you are fans of Harry Reid, but how else does an 81-year-old speak? I don't know. So anyway, so the retraction was basically, let's see, it's actually in here, but is that Senator Reid did not believe that crash debris had been allocated to private military contractors for study. He believed that the UFOs may have crashed, and that if so, we should be studying the fallout. Now, Harry, you already know that there is no way that we're going to have a bunch of UFOs crashing and no one's going to give any fucks about it. They're just going to leave it laying around. I mean, look at Roswell. Where's the debris there? They should have left that shit there, right, Harry? That's the way it should have gone down. Leave the shit there. Well, it turns out that later on, Harry, he talked to the New Yorker instead. And so the New Yorker was like, hey, let's talk about this confusion. All right, let's put our testes on the table here, because you might need to visit, you know, shave your balls. Hit up Manny Moonraker. He'll give you the discount. And let's talk about what's going on. Is it possible that there was a lot of misunderstanding between the guys over at the New York Times and you during that interview and all that good stuff? So, you know, Harry says there was a bit of confusion in the conversation and that he admired the New York Times reporter. But he says, listen, I have never seen proof of any remnants. I've never seen that. Well, that's not what they retracted, right? All they retracted was the fact that he believes that crashed artifacts from UFOs should be studied. That's where their retraction was. Not the fact that any remnants, the whole proof of remnants, that he's never seen it. That wasn't even part of the damn conversation, Harry Reid. But it's an 80-year-old. It's okay. Sometimes things get confused. So then these guys over at the New Yorker decided, well, hey, what's the real deal? What's your assessment of this? Here's a quote that says, I was told for decades that Lockheed, meaning Lockheed Martin, had some of these retrieved materials. And I tried to get, as I recall, a classified approval by the Pentagon to have me look at that stuff. Now, you could tell Harry Reid gives no fucks. He's going after the info. He doesn't screw around and try to say, hey, I'm the president. Do you got UFOs? No? Okay. I tried. No, Harry Reid wasn't doing that. He was about it. He went after the folks that had the info. Apparently, he was told, we're not going to approve that, Harry. Nope. No, sir. We're not going to approve your request for any material or anything having to do with Lockheed Martin. The answer is no. The Pentagon actually said no, without reason. They gave him no reason. I mean, this is the guy that put this whole ATIP shit together. And he can't find out about retrieved materials? How strange is that? He even asked what kind of classification this information, what level was it? They didn't give it to him either. It was level Nunya. It was level, you're about to retire in a few years. We give no fucks. We ain't gonna tell you shit. You can't do nothing. I would assume Harry Reid at this time was maybe 70s. He says that he told the new reporter at the New Yorker that he asked if that's why he'd requested SAP status for ATIP. But they didn't give him any answers there. Well, actually, but what they told him was, yeah, and that's why I wanted them to take a look at it, but they wouldn't give me the clearance. So he's basically trying to match these things up, right? So whatever was going on with Lockheed Martin and the Pentagon and recovered materials, he wanted to make the connection with ATIP because that's what he was part of. And he was declined. But still, people are not following this story. You know, here you got a retired Senator Harry Reid, who is still, probably to this day, following this very closely. He's on top of this. He gives no fucks about it. He is going to keep his eyes on the prize until his deathbed, I'm sure. But I wonder if he even has any confidence on what's going to happen in June. We are finally in May. We've been waiting for this story about this report that's going to this committee from all these different agencies, and I don't even think Harry Reid has any faith that we're going to see anything of significance in it. Maybe that's what they should be asking him. What do you think, Harry? Are you going to get the info now? Now that you can read it in the newspaper? Maybe they should ask him if the American public even gives two fucks about it, because in general, I don't think they do. I think us, the weirdos who are following the story of ufology, those that have had experiences, those are the only ones that really care. Everybody else is still pandemic crazed. Or whatever comes next, because it's going to be something else to replace the pandemic this year eventually. Some other horrid news, some other crazy disease. But it won't be UFOs. I feel like this report's going to come out and it'll be out of our wheelhouse by the end of the year. Completely forgotten. Hopefully I'm wrong. It's about time we get some answers. Everyone that's driving out there in the middle of the night, seeing UFOs, seeing them from their backyards, claiming that they've been abducted and tested on and so forth. They deserve answers. Is this part of that? Now, in no way is anyone going to assume that UFOs are extraterrestrial in nature. Hell, most of these senators are saying that it's possibly another government. Another government with technology that far outpaces the technology in the United States military. But even I find that hard to believe. What about you guys? There's more to this article regarding Harry Reid. And actually, if you do a search, this particular situation that this article refers is coming out across the board in a lot of different places. And a lot of it is people are building up to this report. All this information is going to the committee. And we'll see what the end game is. Because the next article talks about the Pentagon apparently being audited in a way because of all these UFO reports. Isn't that crazy?
me, was it just a dream? The next day you called me up, you told me I'm your little buttercup. You came over and you fell into my arms. Well, I know what I feel. Please tell me your love is real. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough. Hopeless lover. I woke up all soaked in sweat, with chills running down my neck. I'm going crazy from just the thought of you. A long blonde hair and your beautiful smile. Your sense of humor makes it all worthwhile. Don't make me wait, it's not a funny game. You know just what I feel. Please tell me your love is real. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough. Hopeless lover. Hopeless lover. A hopeless lover. Hopeless lover. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, and I can't get enough. Can't get enough. I can't get enough. I can't get enough. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough. Hopeless lover. Hopeless lover. Hopeless lover. And that's what I am. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish this girl were mine. And I can't get enough. A hopeless lover.
Listen, I don't know what the hell is going on. Maybe it's the Crown Royal. It's just making my throat dry. I don't know where it is, but it's wild. Anyway, government watchdog set to examine the Pentagon's handling of UFOs. This came from CNN, their Washington bureau. It turns out that there is a someone that has the title of Inspector General that says, hey, they sent a letter yesterday, actually, saying, hey, Pentagon, what's going on? Hey, I see all these reports about UFOs, so I'm going to investigate. The letter was signed by Ronald R. Stone. Wait a minute, is he a director? Is he the son? Is he going to film like another... What? What's going on? Anyway, the assistant inspector general, he is going in to evaluate. The letter says the objective of this evaluation is to determine the extent to which the Department of Defense has taken action regarding unidentified aerial phenomena. That's what Randolph. Sorry, Randolph. That's what Randolph put in his letter. There is an investigation. This comes less than a month since the Pentagon confirmed the authenticity of these videos from Navy personnel that were taken in 2019. You know the ones that people say look like a pyramid. Those things. So now somebody's fucking paying attention, right? Somebody has got their eyes on a prize now. Because now we're like, no, now we need answers. Not everything that happened back in 2017. That shit didn't get anybody to investigate anything. You know, not all those videos that were released by To The Stars Academy and all the other fucking videos and interviews that happened after that. But this pyramid apparently got the attention of Randolph R. Stone, Assistant Inspector General. Now he's pissed. Now he wants to know. Somebody has left him out of the loop because he doesn't watch the news. And he sure as hell doesn't pay attention to the wackos that follow UFOs. So now he needs to know. Now he needs to know. And, it's a good time too, right? Because next month is the report, which, according to a lot of people, won't happen next month anyway. It'll probably be delayed by a few weeks, maybe a couple months. But now Randolph has questions. Now, if you want to, you can link on the CNN link that's in the description, and you can read the letter that Randolph sent to the Pentagon. That's ballsy, right? That's really ballsy, but still. My only concern is that Randolph could actually delay the report. The report that many people are saying that it was, especially in government, that it's not UFOs, ET, it's coming from a government that is an adversary. That all these UFOs, it's another government. But again, how the fuck would you not know? Thanks, Bugs. How would you not know that these are from another government? Like, what are all these spy satellites for? I don't understand. Billions of dollars of spy satellites, and you have no idea if there's another government out there that's created technology that dances circles around our military. It is very strange to me. But I feel like Randolph, he's going to go in there and he's going to throw his shit around. And he probably will put the kibosh in some way, somehow, on the release of a lot of that information until he reviews it. This could be an inside job. Maybe finally someone has been working on a loophole to delay the report from coming out. This is what I see. I see some rubber dicking here. I feel like Randolph is the man they chose to put a stop to this reporting. So what we don't know is whether or not he has the power through his evaluation or his audit or his inspection of what the Pentagon knows in order to stop the report from coming out. So it'll be fascinating to see if this is what's going to put the kibosh on the report. Because, to be honest, it's almost a miracle that any government, any senators would actually come out and talk about this in public, that they would actually make demands of the Pentagon and the Department of Defense and all the alphabet soups to give up this information. So it almost fits the historical nature of ufology to, at that last moment, the 12th hour, to have someone come in and say this report's not happening. So like I said, if you want to read the letter, it is actually in the article, in the PDF form. You can see what Randolph sent to them. And I'm sure that the guys at the Department of Defense and the Pentagon were not happy about Randolph putting his nose into the situation. But we'll see. We will see. We'll see if he'll stop the Office of Director of National Intelligence and all the other agencies from delivering that unclassified report to Congress. I think it's going to be something else to see. I just wonder if maybe there's a website already attached to this that's watching this from a government standpoint, someplace where they're going to drop this report. Only time will tell, and time is ticking.
You will never understand what I went through. You never were a good listener. A good listener. You will never understand what you put me through. And you never a good lover. At first I believed I was the lucky one, but I was just fooling myself. Fooling myself. You think you can talk sense to me, like we are gonna be okay. We're not okay. So is this gonna take all night? Don't wanna waste no more time. Yeah, you're damn right. Already gave you my loved ones, but now I'm fed up. Gonna take it all back, 'cause we're a no-go. I know that I do better solo, so move along for God and shadow. Better get it right this time around. Yeah, we're a no-go. I know that I do better solo, so live along for God and shadow. Better get it right this time around. I never heard a silence so loud before. I'm gonna love every minute of it, every second of it. Longing for that sound of you being gone, so I can hear my thoughts again. Hear my thoughts again. So is this gonna take all night? Don't wanna waste no more time. Yeah, you're damn right. Already gave you my loved ones, but now I'm fed up. Gonna take it all back, 'cause we're a no-go. I know that I do better solo, so move along for God and shadow. Better get it right this time around. Yeah, we're a no-go. I know that I do better solo, so move along for God and shadow. Better get it right this time around. Better get it right this time around. Yeah, we're a no-go. I know that I do better solo, so move along for God and shadow. Better get it right this time
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
Last article for today has to do with the Breakthrough Listen project. So, 10 years. 10 years, SETI did a survey of some stars in the Milky Way. Yeah, where you're sitting right now, the Milky Way. $10 million for the Breakthrough Listen project. And man, wow. Funded primarily by Israeli-Russian billionaire Yuri Milner, and of course the late great Stephen Hawkins. So altogether, 60 million stars. That's a lot of fucking stars. And shit, dick to show for alien life. I mean, isn't that fucking depressing? Now, I'm sure for the billionaire, 10 million isn't shit. As a matter of fact, he probably would have spent more if he could to get this shit moving. But, years have gone by. 10-year initiative, $10 million, 60 million stars, and you ain't got a damn thing to show for it, really. That's kind of sad, I think. But I'm sure Yuri, and even Stephen Hawkins, if he was still with us, would probably still add another 10 fucking years and probably triple that money in order to make this happen. But they've released preliminary results. Nothing that we want to listen to be honest. Nothing we want to read, because there's nothing. The authors of the study that was led by Vishal Gahar from the Department of Astronomy at Berkeley decided that maybe it'll be a bit more worthwhile to focus on a comprehensive search near the galactic center of the Milky Way, because apparently there is a habitable zone for the galaxy itself. So they decided, hey, let's go to the center where there's freaking packed as hell of stars and things like that, which they estimated that they'd be able to survey 60 million. Well, yeah, that didn't turn out too well. The problem with this article and basically what they did over the 10-year period and the $10 million is that it's 60 million is still extremely small of a fraction of the sky or the stars that are in the Milky Way. Astronomers are pretty much estimating that the total amount of stars in the Milky Way is 100,000 million. 100,000. I don't understand why they say 100,000 million. Isn't there a fucking number for that? Can't we just say, 100 quadrillion, billion, cajillion? But that would be easier. 100,000 million stars in the Milky Way. So, Yuri's peeps really didn't get that much of a sky after 10 fucking years. There's still a lot of sky to search, but people see that as you really looked at 60 million stars and you did not find dick. So basically, there are no aliens, no ET. There's a lot of problems with that, because what the fuck do we know about searching the sky? What the hell do we know about alien technology? We know nothing. This is just a shot in the dark. This is a billionaire putting some money basically where he might have just been looking somewhere to do with it, somewhere to place his money, the $10 million. Can you put it towards something that he believed? Can you team him up with Stephen Hawking? Well, why the fuck not? Why not do it? And of course, we know Stephen Hawking would rather listen than actually send messages. He was pretty against METI sending messages to alien civilizations, because you don't know who the hell's going to answer. That was some of the things that Stephen Hawking was sharing with folks before he passed. And he may be right. Hell, I don't think all aliens are happy-go-lucky. Why the hell would they probe you? That's some angry shit. I'm just saying. So 100,000 million stars, the project has a long way to go. Now, whether or not it still has money to continue listening to the rest of the stars in the Milky Way, who knows? I'm sure Yuri Milner has a shitload more money that he can throw at them. But it comes a time where you got to look at the technology you have. Is it even worth it? Do we even know what the fuck we're listening for? That probably is where the issue is. Because we're not advanced enough to listen to advanced signals or evidence of aliens. We could spend all kind of money on this shit. We won't hear a thing. Somebody needs to get in there and replace Stephen Hawking as the brains of this organization and possibly give him something else to look for that is more representative of alien life other than just listening to the stars. Somebody's going to get that shit right eventually. This is the last episode podcast article for today. Can we get that shit straight? Bugs is fast asleep, and I'm sure a lot of you are already. But all the links for these articles are in the description. And thank you guys for listening. Tomorrow, it's going to be back to the UFO Buster Radio days with Ronnie Dawson. So get ready for something fascinating to happen. I'm sure Ronnie is going to be Ronnie. And I'm sure his story will interest many of you, to be honest. Because there's so many facets to his story. And I think the guys in Nevada are going to have a fantastic time with Ronnie, to be honest. And hopefully one day I'll be able to take a road trip up to Ranger, Texas on a motorcycle, more than likely. So I can meet Ronnie in person, and then maybe we can shoot a couple of videos. Just not the kind some of you guys are thinking about right now. Yeah. And thank you guys for listening. This is the end. Get back here tomorrow, 10 p.m. Ronnie Dawson. And I'm sure he'll answer you guys' questions. Only on Spreaker.com, by the way. If you want to listen live and interact with Ronnie, you have to go to Spreaker.com and search for the Tempest Universe, 10 p.m. Central. I'm out.
Today is the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to redefine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will feel free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you're the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck.
Since San Antonio has been getting his ass kicked by Mother Nature, I gotta play this song. I just got to.